So far we have learned two scales and the corresponding chords. So let's do a small recap before we move to the next scale. So the first is the C major scale, which does not have any sharp or flat. So the corresponding chord is C, E and G. Its relative minor is the A minor and its chord is A, C and E. Now we move on to the next scale, which is the G major, and its corresponding chord is G, B and D. Its relative minor is the E minor and its chords is E, G and B. And one thing to note about the G major is it has one sharp, which is the F sharp. Now let's move on to the next scale, which is the D major. Why? Because the fifth note of the G major is D. That is G, A, B, C, D. So, and a speciality of the D major is it has two sharps, which is the F sharp and the C sharp. What does that mean? Any F and C which is played in the D major scale has to be raised to a sharp. So, the notes of the D major is as follows: D, E, F sharp, G, A, B, C sharp, D, C sharp, B, A. Okay, so the corresponding chords of D major would be D, F sharp, A. So how do we find the relative minor? The sixth note of the major scale would be its minor. So the sixth note of D major is D, E, F sharp, G, A, B. So B minor is the relative minor of the D major scale. Whenever we play the B minor, all the F and the C must also be raised to its sharp. So for example, B, C sharp, D, E, F sharp, G, A, B, A, G, F sharp, E, D, C sharp, D. This is the relative minor B minor in a natural scale. When we play the harmonic scale, the seventh note will be raised to a sharp. So the seventh note here is the A. So A will also be raised to a sharp. So there will be three sharps in B minor harmonic scale, which is the C sharp, the F sharp and the A sharp. So the notes is as follows: B, C sharp, E. Now when we play the melodic minor, relative minor of B, so the sixth and the seventh note will be raised to a sharp, which means it will have four sharps, which is the C sharp, F sharp, A sharp, G sharp and the A sharp. So the notes is as G, D sharp, C sharp, D, E, F sharp, G sharp, A sharp, B, G sharp, F sharp. Okay, irrespective of the minors, the chords of B minor will remain the same, which is B, E and F sharp. B, D, F sharp. Okay.